Hi learners, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to do the part 2 of the quadratic equations, and in that we are going to see how to solve quadratic equations by factorization. So here you will see that there will be some more examples here, but every example has slight difference, so you have to go to all the examples given over here. So now first thing what you have to do, you have to find the roots of the following quadratic equations by factorization. So now see here, where this, as you have seen in the introduction, if you have not seen, go to the introduction, that is the part 1 of the quadratic equation. So here, always the quadratic equation, it will be having the highest power is going to be 2. The x, the highest power is 2. So now there are 3 terms in it. This is called the first term, this is called the middle term, and this is called the last term. So whenever we have to concentrate on the middle term. So we have to see that how are we going to get -3, the coefficient of x. So here what are we going to do? This is the first term. Actually there is this x square means there's 1 over here, the coefficient is x. So this and this we are going to multiply, that will be 10. And we are going to factorize in such a way that we are going to get -3. So now take the factors of 10. So 2 5s are and 5 1s are. So now you have to see these are the factors 2 and 5. So we have to see in such a way that you get -3 over there. So how are you going to get here? -5 plus 2, that is going to be -3. So what are you going to write here? This x square you will write as it is. In place of this one -3x, we are going to write here -5x plus 2x. And this last term again that will be same along with the sign. So now what will you do now? There were 3 terms. Now we got 4 terms over here. So what are you going to do? You are going to do the grouping. The first 2 here and the next 2. So from the first 2 what you can see, x is common. So what remains in the bracket is x minus 5. Then this plus sign we'll write here as it is. Whatever the sign over here you will write as it is. And in the second part what you can see, that is 2 you can see common. And inside bracket what remains will be x minus 5 is equal to 0. And one thing over here, so whenever these brackets are, you have to see whenever you get this, both are going to be the same. If you're not getting both the same, that means you have done some mistake over there. So you have to always check this whenever in the quadratic equation, these both brackets, whatever, this is going to be the value is going to be the same. So now what are you going to do? These both are the same. So you are just going to write it only once. And now what is outside the bracket is x plus 2. So that you are going to write in the other bracket. This is equal to 0 as it is. So now what will you do? This whole part is going to 0, or x plus 2, this whole part is going to be 0. So this is what I have written over here. So now when you rearrange this, what do you get here? X is 5. So because -5, it goes to the other side, it is going to be plus 5. And here what will happen? If this goes here, this is going to be -2. So whatever you got, the values of x, you got 2 values. So they are called the 5 and -2 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Now you will see here was both minus. Now you can see here this is minus and this is plus. So again we are going to concentrate on the middle term. So now what will you get here? This is 1, 54. You have to see the 54 factors of 54. 2 27s are, 3 9s are, 3 3s are, and 3 1s are. So you have to see that in such a way that you get 15. So this is 9 and 6. So we will write here -9 plus, so we want 15 minus, that will be -6, that is going to be -15. So now this will be x square will be same. This for -15 you are going to write here -9 minus 6x plus 54 is 0. Now again you can see these are the 4 terms, so you are going to separate it. So from the first part what you can see, x is common from here. What remains in the bracket is x minus 9. This minus sign as it is. Now from the second part you can see 6 is common. What remains in the bracket is x minus 9. See, because why x minus 9? Because this is, see, this is plus. So what happens here? Minus becomes plus. So is equal to, because this 6 is for both of them. And we have to take along with the sign -6x plus 54. So now see, as I said, there's both the values are the same for both the brackets. So this x minus 9 will write only once, and x minus 6 is 0. So this will be 0, or this is going to be 0. This is what is written over here. So x minus 9 is 0 means x is going to be 9. X minus 6 is 0 means x is going to be 6. So you got the values x, two values. So you will write here 9 and 6 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Now we will see here, here is x, means that is 1. So you have to see here, again the coefficient is 1 and this is 20. So we will take the factors of 20. 2 tens are, 2 fives are, and 5 ones are. So we want 1. So how are we going to get 1? 4 and 5, but we want plus 1. So we will write here plus 5 and minus 4. That is going to be plus 1. Hope you got this one. This is very important step. So now plus 5x, this will be as it is, plus 5 minus 4x, that is going to be x. And this the same. Now again you are going to form two groups. From the first one, x is common, what remains in the bracket is x plus 5. This minus, whatever the sign over here, that you are going to write it over here. The second part, 4 is common. So in the bracket remains is x plus 5 is 0. Then you will write is equal to 0. So again the brackets, this both are the same, so you are going to write it once. What remains outside the bracket is x minus 4 is 0. This is going to be 0 or this is going to be 0. So x plus 5 is 0 or x minus 4 is 0. So from here x is minus 5. From here x is 4. So these two values you are going to write it over here. They are the roots. Now for here, look at here. Actually, in the previous one, what you have seen, that the coefficient was 1. There was just, now you can see here, the coefficient of this y square is 2. So now, again, this is the same. You have to concentrate on the middle term. So 13 2s are 26. So 26 means, this is 27. So either you can do, whenever there is a difference of 1, you can just write 26 into 1, that is going to be 26. So what happens here? This is plus, so you can directly write 26 plus 1. Hope you got this one. So now this is plus 26 and plus 1 means here there is 1. So that will become 27. Rest everything is the same. This step is very important. So now again you will make two groups. From the first one, what you can see, 2y is common. And what remains in the bracket is y plus 13. This is plus sign, so you write here plus. From the second part, you can see nothing is common, means you are going to write 1. And then y plus 13 in the bracket. So now again, same. What remains outside this 2y plus 1 is 0. So this is going to be 0 or this is going to be 0. So y plus 13 is 0 or 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. So now when you solve this, you get y is equal to minus 13. And here, what will you do first? 2y you will write, this you will take on the other side, that will be minus 1. So y is minus 1 by, because this is multiplication, that is going to be 2. So y is minus 1 by 2. So we can write here minus 13 and minus 1 by 2 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Now look at here, this is 5m square is 22m plus 15. So first thing we have to bring in the, you have to rearrange and we have to bring in the form of, because you know the general form of the quadratic equation, what is that? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. You have seen here, see, right? So this is, we can, this a x square plus b x plus c. C is constant without any variable is equal to 0. So now what will you do? This will be on the same side. When we take 22m on the right, the left hand side, that is going to be minus 22m. Again this plus 15, if we take it on the left hand side, it is going to be minus 15. So now you can see this is the standard form of the equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So now the same thing what we have done in the previous one, but we will take here 15 5s are 75 and we want minus 22. So we'll take the factors of 75. So it is going to be here 3 2s are and 25. So again here 5 5s are and 5 1s are. So what are we going to get here? We can make it to 25 and 3. But 25 should be what? Because we want minus 22. So minus 25 plus 3, that is going to be minus 22. Hope this is clear. Because always the bigger number sign. So now we can write here minus 25 plus 3 for this one, and the rest all is the same. So now again we are going to make two groups. From the first group we can see that 5m is common. So what remains in the bracket is m minus 5, this plus sign as it is. In the second we can see that 3 is common, m minus 5, because that is 3m minus 15 is equal to 0. Again both are same outside, so is equal to 0. So now what we can do, again this is going to be 0 or this is going to be 0. So now m minus 5 is 0 or 5m plus 3 is equal to 0. So when we solve this, what do you get? M is equal to 5. Or when we do this, when we solve this one, let us write here 5m is plus 3 goes on the other side, that is going to be minus 3. So m is going to be minus 3, and this is multiplication, so this is going to get divided, that is going to be minus 3 by 5. So we got the two values of m, that is 5 and minus 3 by 5. So that is what is written over here. Now again let us see. So can you see this c is 1 by 2. So what are you going to do for this one? First thing, we are going to take the LCM. We know because here in the denominator is 2. So this should be 1. So this is the first step what I have written over here. Now since you know this is the LCM is 2, so what are you going to do? You will multiply this part by 2. Since you have the denominator by 2, you have to multiply the numerator also by 2. Same for here. That is 1 multiplied by 2. So this also numerator by 2. And this will be as it is equal to 0. So what do we get over here? 2x square into 2, that is going to be 4x square. This is going to be minus 4x. This plus 1 as it is. And you know the LCM, that is what you have done, that is 2 is equal to 0. So now what are you going to do? This first, the numerator will write as it is. This 2, if we take it on the right hand side, so this is going to get multiplied. So 0 into 2. So you know anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So that is going to be 0. This step is very important. So now what are you going to do? Now you got this in the standard form. Can you see here ax square plus bx plus c in this form? So this step is this one, getting from this step to this one is important. So rest things are the same. Again here 4 ones are 4. You have to see that it should be minus 4. So here 4 1 means it is going to be, if you take the factors of 4, 2 2s are and 2 1s are. So you want minus 4 means it is going to be minus 2 minus 2, that is going to be minus 4. So minus 2x minus 2x. Hope this part is clear to you. And then again the rest things are going to be the same. Again we will make this two parts. From the first part, this one 2x is common. What remains in the bracket is 2x minus 1. So from this one, in the second one, we can say nothing is common. First, this minus sign will write as it is. Nothing is common means you are going to write over here 1. And then what remains is you want minus 2x. So you are going to write here this along with this sign, that is going to be minus 2x. But now this is plus 1. So minus minus becomes plus. And after all, then you know that this both the brackets should be same. So you are going to write it only once. What is outside the bracket, you will write it here. That is 0. So either this is going to be 0 or this is going to be 0. So both are same. So you are going to get both the 2x is going to be 1. So x is 1 by 2. Here also, because this is the same as this one, so you are going to get 1 by 2. So we can say 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Now look at here. This is also slightly different. We have to bring this one in the standard form. So now what you can see here, this is first, now let us see this part and then we'll think about the right hand side. Now here there is x. So and here nothing means there is 1. So LCM is x, so we are going to multiply this by x and this also should be multiplied by x. So that is what I wrote here, this should be 1. And in the next step, this is multiplied by x, so this also should be multiplied by x. And this is, of course, the x is over here, so you don't have to worry about it. And the right hand side, let us keep first the same. Now what will you do? We are going to write here, that will be 6x square minus 2, and the denominator will be x because that is the LCM, that is 1. So now the numerator will be as it is. And if this x goes on the other side, so 1 multiplied by x, that is going to be x. 1 multiplied by x, that is x. So now let us see, bring this x on this one because we wanted this equation in the standard form. So this 6x square will be as it is. Now if this comes over here, this is plus, so this is going to be minus x. So we are going to take in the middle because we want ax square plus bx, and this, the constant will be at the last. So that is, now this is in the standard form. So now we will do the normal way. We will take the factors 12, but now this we want minus 1. So 12, 2 6 are 12, 2 3s are, and 3 1s are. So how are we going to get minus 1? Means it is going to be 4 and 3, but 4 we want minus, so minus 4 plus 3. So that should be minus 1. Hope this is clear. So now see here, minus 4x plus 3x, which will be minus x, and rest everything is the same. Now again we will make two groups. From the first one, 2x is common. So what remains in the bracket is 3x minus 2. This plus sign as it is. So here nothing common means we are going to write only 1 and this in the bracket. So now you can see both the brackets is the same. So 3x minus 2, and this is going to be 2x plus 1, that is 0. So either this is going to be 0 or this is going to be 0. So 3x minus 2 is equal to 0 or 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So what are you going to write here? 3x is minus 2 will become plus 2, and here 2x is going to be minus 1. So x is 2 by, this is multiplication, so that is going to go in the denominator. Again here this x will be as it is, multiplication, so that will go in the denominator. You can also write here or. So now we got the two values of it. So 2 by 3 and minus 1 by 2. So we can say 2 by 3 and minus 1 by 2 are the roots of quadratic equation. Now look at this problem. There are roots in it. So how to do this one? Same first term, middle term, and the last term. So now see, first when you are multiplying this and this, what do you get? 5 root 2 into root 2. So what do we get here? 5, and this is root of 2 into root of 2 means root of 4. And you know root of 4 is what? That is 2. So now can you see here, 5 multiplied by 2, that is going to be 10. So this step is important. Now see here, we are going to take the factors of 10 to make it to 7. So you know factors of 10. 2 5s are and 5 1s are, but we want plus 7. So plus 7 means plus 5 plus 2 is going to be 7. So this will be as it is, and plus this is going to be plus 5x plus 2x. Hope this is clear. So now from here what we can take, x is common, root 2x plus 5 will go in the bracket. Now see here, this is bit different. Now from here we cannot see anything common. We want something in this form, isn't it? So now what will we do? These two, now just concentrate over here. This 2 we can write here root 2 into root 2. Root 2 into root 2 means root of 4, and that is 2. So we can write this one as root 2 into root 2 and this x as it is, and this will be same. So now what you can do, now see here, this part the same, plus now from here, from this part, what you can see, root 2 is common, this and this one. So root 2 will go here. So what remains in the bracket is root 2x plus 5. So now can you see both are same? So only this step is important. This step. Rest everything is the same. So now this you will write here once. So either this is going to be 0 or this is going to be 0. So now what will you write here? Root 2x is minus 5. So x is minus 5 by, this is multiplication by root 2, or x is going to be minus root 2 because this goes on the other side. So we got the two values of x. So minus 5 by root 2 and minus root 2 are the roots of the quadratic equation. So now look at this problem now. Again, this middle term. So middle term is different. So this should be, so first thing what we are going to do, because this is in root. So after that, we'll take the factors. Now we can write this one as 3x square as it is. And here minus 2 root 6 means we can write here this is 1 and this is 1. So we can write here minus root 6x minus root 6x for this part plus 2. So now what we can see here, this can be again, this will be same. Again, this can be root 6x can be written as 2 multiplied by 3x. And this again 2 multiplied by 3x plus 2. So now look at here. These 3 will be root 3 into root 3, that will root of 9, that is going to be 3. So this part will be written like this. Again, this we can separate, root 2 into 3 means root 2 into root 3 x. Again here same, root 2 into root 3 x. Again this one 2 we can write as root 2 into root 2, that is root of 4, that is 2. So this will write here like this. So this is important step, just you can go to again how it is done. And now if this is clear, the other things now see here. What we can see here, that we'll take this first part and this is the second part. So first part what we can see now, root 3 and x will be common, and what remains in the bracket is root 3x minus root 2. And now this is minus, so minus here. In the second part, what you can see, this is common. So you will write your root 2. So remaining is this part. Here why did I write minus? Because this is plus. Minus and minus becomes plus is equal to 0. So now you can see the brackets, both are the same. So you'll write it only once. This is out of the bracket. So now what you can see over here, these both are the same. So now let us solve this one. Root 3x is root of 2, because if this goes on the other side, it is going to be root of 2. So x will be root of 2 divided by root of 3. Same, now see here. So now both are in root. So we can also write this one as x is going to be root of 2 by 3. So same over here, because the numbers are the same what you have done. So what we can see, these both are the same. So we can write here root 2 by 3 and root 2 by 3 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Now look at here. We are going to expand this one. So what will be that? 2m square minus here 48m is 50. So now this is still not in the standard form. So now we'll bring this minus 50, this 50 plus 50 over here, that is going to be minus 50. So this is minus 50 is equal to 0. Now this is in the standard form. Now what are we going to do? Because now we are going to make it smaller. So now we can see the coefficients now 2, 48 and 50. So these are divisible by 2. So we can make it smaller. Even if you keep the same, it is going to be this, you are going to get the same answer. Let us make it smaller. So what is that? This step, dividing whole equation by 2 we get. So if you are dividing this by 2, you get just m square. You get 24 and here you get 25. So now let us see. Now it comes in the same thing what we have done in the previous one. We are going to take the factors of 25. So now see, as I told you, now this is 25 and this is 24. So what are you going to see in this case? Even if you don't find out the factors, you can directly do it because it is only one number less. So that is going to be, you want minus 24. So what are you going to do here? Minus 25 plus 1. That is going to be minus 24. Hope this is clear. So now this will be minus, so this will be m square minus 25m and plus m. So when you solve this one, you get minus 24 because this is 1 and this is the same. So now let us make again two parts. From this one first part, m is common. What remains in the bracket is m minus 25. This plus as it is. In the second part, we can say nothing is common, means we are going to take 1 and then this same over here. Now both the brackets are same. So you are going to write it only once. Look at the what is outside, m plus 1, that is 0. So this is going to be 0 or this is going to be 0. So m minus 25 is 0 or m plus 1 is 0. So when you solve this part, you get m is equal to 25. And when you solve this part, you get m is equal to minus 1. So what we can say that 25 and minus 1 are the roots of the quadratic equation. Now look at the next one. This is 25m square is 9. So if you bring this 9 on this side, it is going to be minus 9 is 0. So now you can say this also is a perfect square and this also is a perfect square. So 5 5s are 25 and 3 3s are 9. So we can write, and this is m square. So what we can write here, 5m square means, how do we write here? When you have this one, you must have seen the exponents. You have to multiply this as well as this. So this is going to be 25m square. So this is what I have written over here for this one. And of course for 9, you know, 9 also is a perfect square. So it is for 3 square is 9. So now what you can see here, this is a square, this is minus, and this is b square. So you know the formula for a square minus b square, that is a minus b and a plus b. A square minus b square is a minus b and a plus b. So now, as I told you, this is a square minus b square. So what is a? A is going to be a 5m. Just one, if you consider this part, this is a and this is the square. So this one, that will be a minus b and a plus b. This is b, only this part is b. So hope you got this one. This is with the help of the formula. So now, if you know this part, other things are easy. So 5m minus 3 is equal to 0, or 5m plus 3 is equal to 0. When you rearrange this, 5m is equal to 3, or here 5m is equal to minus 3. So when you solve this part, so what will you get here? M, you will get here, this is multiplication, so you are going to get 3 by 5. And here you will get minus 3 by 5. So you got the two values, that 3 by 5 and minus 3 by 5. So these are the roots of the quadratic equation. So now look at this problem. Again, it's somewhat the same. Here you will take this minus, if you take here, it will be minus 21m. But here now, after taking this, what you can see, that 7m is common from both of them. If you don't know, you will just take this, the coefficient of 7 and 21. So this is 7 and this is 3 into 7, the factors of that. So what remains here is, what you can see here, the common is 7. This is common 7. That is common means whenever you find out the HCF, you just take the common. So always take, whenever if you don't know what is common, you can just take the LCM of the coefficients. You have just find out the HCF of the this one coefficients, and you get the common one over here. And this is, now see here, 7m square, we can write here 7 into m into n. And here 21m means 3 into 7 into n. So what is common? Even 7 is common and m is common. And what remains is here m and here 3. So you can just put, and this is minus, so m minus 3 is in the bracket. And this is going to be 0. So 7m is 0 or m minus 3 is 0. So if you solve this one, 0 divided by 7 means it is going to be 0. And this is going to be 3. So these are the roots of the equation. Now see here, this is slightly different. M square minus 11 is 0. So now you can see this is a perfect square, but 11 is not a perfect square. So we can also write this one as root of 11 into root of 11, that is root of 121. And this 121 is a perfect square, that will be 11. So if you know this root of 121 is 11, then it's very easy. So what you can write for this part, that you are going to write root of 11 into root of 11, that is root of 11 square. So now these both are in square. So now what is there? This is in the form of a square. So this step you have to note down. So here this will be a square minus b square. And now you know the formula for a square minus b square, that will be a minus b and a plus b. So a minus b, so this is a, just this part is a, and this part root 11 is b. So what are you going to write here? A minus b and a plus b. Hope you got this step. So now this is going to be 0 or this is going to be 0. So now this is what is written. So if you change the place, m is going to be root of 11 And here if we change the place, m is going to be minus root of 11. So these are the roots of the given equation. So by this one we have completed today's work. Do like and subscribe to my channel so you get a notification of the other parts. Thank you.